What the hell was he wearing?
You ain't like that? You want to feel that?
No.
Yeah,
No,
he's fashion. He's fashion forward, man. But I tell you what he is. That fashion forward.
That's a step backward. That wasn't forward. That was around in circles and a step backward. That wasn't forward.
Right. Well, you may not be able to understand his fashion, but I think you understood the hashtag shots fired from his press conference. All right, so, hey, the structure here is unbelievable. So the structure there is not unbelievable. Hey, at this point in my career, I'm going to play with guys who just want to do whatever it takes to win. So guys there don't want to do whatever it takes to win. It's clear. He's talking about what turned him, what soured him this time in the long list of James Harden grievances.
Always somebody else.
So, yeah, always. This time, he was offended by Kyrie. He's talking about Kyrie.
James Harden is a career. Yeah. I'm going to say that again. James Harden's career is a Tyler Perry movie. I know I Could Do Bad All By Myself was already taken, but, like, if James Harden was in these streets, it's like, bro, you can't keep an old lady. You're just a serial monogamous. But go ahead, finish.
Yeah. No. As a matter of fact, I like that you said that. In the Tyler Perry movie, up there on the dais with Doc and Daryl Morey is Medea sitting them down to have like this real conversation with like the mangled English, but there's some wisdom there. It's like come on, baby. It's always somebody else. What's wrong with you?
I got the rest in peace, the Cicely Tyson character even, on this land.
Yeah.
No, I got another one for you. Because I saw Malcolm D. Lee at SoFi Stadium randomly, right? What about when they playing spades and the best man? And he like, wait, she's a stand-up comic, right? No, I thought she was a teacher. She is a caterer, damn it. It took her a while to find a creative niche. James Harden, it's just taking him a while to find his creative niche. Anyway, go ahead, man.
But it actually turned out another one from the best man. Since we got off on tangents, this is what we do. For those who don't know. Going off on tangents, I love this. When he was in there and the creative dancer, I mean, they wound up getting together. He was like, oh, I felt a connection in there. I thought we had something real.
Creative dancer.
Dancing, man. Creative,
you say creative dancer?
Yeah.
What's wrong with stripper?
Dancer. She's a stripper. Okay, she's a stripper.
Regina Hall was hosting the Oscars, by the way.
Dude fell in love with a stripper. And he thought it was like something deeper. And she's like, no, I'm just doing my job. But like James Harden, always falling for somebody. And then,
do you remember when people thought you looked like merch? When you had the dreads, people thought you looked like merch back in the day when you had the dreads. Yeah. That was a big thing with you. That was your version of Aaron Donald. Yeah.
Yeah, James Harden. It. That was it. Way back in the day. But but look, James Harden, what did you say about Ben Simmons off the top? That I took a long way, but what I was basically saying about Ben Simmons was what?
Oh, that he's full of shit.
Yeah, James Harden too. Yeah, same.
So I'm the designated cursor, by the way?
Harden.
Like you couldn't say that just now?
Okay. I pick my spots. I want to pick my spots. I'm wait, 2 minutes,
gotcha.
2 minutes, fourth quarter when we like Matthew Stafford when we really need it.
Yeah.
When we really need it, I'm gonna come up with some throws. Yeah. I you see what I did there? But look, James Harden is just going from place to place. He has I don't think there's any strategy involved. I don't
Walking
think
the earth
he is
like Caine in Kung Fu.
Right. He's not chasing championships. He's not looking for the best situations. He's not looking for structure. I just think he is a guy who is tough to satisfy, and he probably can never be satisfied. So that's what he displayed in Houston. That's what he displayed in his brief time in Brooklyn. His long 13-month reign in Brooklyn, that's what he displayed there. And Philadelphia will regret this. Can I say that? They will regret the trade for James Harden because in the whole process, and trust the process, they had, if I'm following the lines on it, they probably peaked. In process dynamics, they peaked when they came just a bad bounce away from beating Toronto in Game 7, Kawhi Leonard making that shot and sending them on to win that series. That was the best the process ever was and probably will ever be. That this ain't it. When they had Jimmy Butler and Joel Embiid, they will regret trading for James Harden on the other way because
you're talking like this Antonio Brown. Last time you said something like this was Antonio Brown with the Bucks.
Yeah, I think for James Harden, his mountaintop was somewhere in Houston and briefly in Brooklyn. But he's sliding. He's on the other side. He's on the side. He's going down, and he's so talented. I'll give him that. Not for me. Not for me. It might be for y'all, but not for me. He's so talented that when he slides, it's not that he's going to become a replacement level player. He's still an all-star player, but they've had all-star players. They had one. They just traded an all-star player, younger, better defensively.
Who's that?
Who's
that?
Better defensively.
Who's that?
Ben Simmons.
Who?
Ben Simmons, all-star player, better defensively, more versatile.
I missed the part where Ben Simmons was playing for Philadelphia. I'm sorry.
Not this year, but
okay.
Come on.
Probably not ever. I mean, okay, unless you're suggesting that they could have gotten better for Ben Simmons, I got to reject your entire premise. They got the best player in this trade. Even if James Harden is not the player he was a few years ago, they got the best player in the deal.
They got they got the best player in the deal, but they didn't get the best fit for them. How long
before this goes bad?
You think they'll sign?
Okay, I'll get to that in a second. I'll get to that. That is the operative question. Well, they shouldn't because they'll be paying him out the ass when he's 37 years old. But wait a second. That's actually short term and long term. There's just a trade on paper, and then Ben Simmons was giving you nothing. And I like Seth Curry a lot. Harden's better than Seth Curry, even now. Okay?
Yes, clear. No lies told.
I mean, I love what Andre Drummond was giving the Sixers, but he's worth giving up for James Harden. They kept Maxey. They kept Thibault, most important. Okay? And I'm like Les Snead. F them picks. Okay? I ain't worried about no draft picks. Not even win a championship. I don't care about that. All right. Yeah. So anyway.
But they ain't going to win a championship. They're not a championship team. You know they lost by 50 last night.
I saw that.
I know Harden won there.
We're gonna get to that. I know. We'll get to that. We'll get to that when we link up with Mark Spears in a few minutes. We'll get to that. But in terms of the fit, basketball-wise, even though I'm not convinced it's the perfect fit that Harden says it is, given how much Embiid needs the ball, how much the offense needs to run through him. He's not a complementary player to James Harden. He's more of a pop than a roll guy, even though he can do both in the pick and roll. Yeah. But I just, I'm not convinced, but I do believe in Harden's ability to adapt. Okay? And if you're telling me you're putting a leading candidate for MVP this year next to a former MVP, I'll take those chances with everything else that Philly got around it. Now, for the long term, though, I'm with you. I couldn't help but watch James Harden and think, oh, you say that's all the girls, or you say that's all the teams. Like, that's the same game he's been running every time he ran through somebody, a co-star in Houston, when he ran to Brooklyn, and he claims that Philadelphia was his first choice. Maybe, maybe not, but that's real convenient to say that now. But it was a perfect fit in Brooklyn until it wasn't. Now, the reasons why it wasn't. Kyrie's a convenient target. Well, if Kyrie had been vaccinated, Harden, it wouldn't have drove Harden out. Durant's a convenient target. Look, man, I know you can't believe everything you read, but if you haven't already, read Jake Fisher on Bleacher Report. Inside Kevin Durant's role in Brooklyn Nets James Harden trade. We knew Durant was a shadow GM to begin with. But let me tell you something, homie. This article and the things you hear about Harden and continue to hear about Harden are not flattering when it comes to his professionalism, when it comes to his true commitment to winning, when it comes to his clubbing habits, when it comes to how hurt is he or was he, especially when things go poorly. There are some people who, when things are going great, they're great. There are some people, when things go badly, they checked out. Harden is now checked out on a second franchise, and I don't know how many superstar co-stars. At a certain point, it's got to be you. And so, will he want to be a free agent? Right. Will he want to be a free agent in the offseason just because he wants to be a free agent and wants to be wooed? Maybe. I mean, but he's always had this wandering eye. He's always looking. Going back to the best man. I'll wrap up my commentary going back to the best man. Shelby, I hope you find what you're looking for. Because I intend to do that. I intend to do just that. I hope James Harden finds what he's looking for. Maybe it's in Philly. Maybe it's not. But based on what sources, for whatever it's worth, are saying, I wasn't wrong about the Brooklyn Nets, even without Kyrie Irving. That could have worked. But James Harden didn't want it to work. Maybe because he didn't want to work that hard. Maybe he was like, nah, man, I came here to ride your coattails and ride your coattails. Why am I out here by myself when Durant hurt and he unvaccinated? Why am I carrying this heavy load? I ain't signed up for this, which is his prerogative, but a healthy Kevin Durant and a healthy James Harden could have made it. They could have contended. And yeah, this is my shoe size. This is my, if they weren't hurt, I ain't letting that go. They could have won it in Brooklyn if Harden would have been committed to seeing it through. That's all I got to say about that.
Take
I'm
that
not holding that L. No, James Harden gonna hold that L.
And put it on a chain. Wear it. That's your piece. Wear it. You can do it in silver. It look good. It look good. L. Because you can't say I wasn't wrong about the Brooklyn Nets and then turn around and say, well, James Harden didn't want it to work. That's part of the calculus. Part of the calculus is they all go buy in.
I assumed he was committed. I assumed he was all in.
That's different. Okay, that's fair. I
made an ass out of, well, not you and me, but just me. I was wrong but I was wrong for the right reasons, though. Or I was right for the wrong reasons. Either way, okay, it could have worked, but once again, it didn't. And I'm looking at James Harden kind of funny in the light more than I have.
And so why
doesn't mean that Durant wasn't a problem in certain respects, or maybe he's got too much sway, but maybe James ain't used to somebody else running the show. Kyrie, could he have been vaccinated? Sure, it is what it is. He may turn out to not have to be vaccinated when it's all said and done. Harden keeps hopping, wherever he lays his head is his home. Stop being such a professional Rolling Stone.
Okay, your logic works in Connecticut, where you are. Works in Connecticut. Let's keep moving. It works in Brooklyn. Why doesn't it work in Eastern Pennsylvania? It works in Philly too. If he wasn't professional in Brooklyn, what makes you think he's going to be a professional?
I don't know. That was my skepticism.
And
so basketball. That's
and
what
he wasn't a pro. He wasn't a pro in Houston either on the way out.
That's why they don't regret it, because they got the better player. We'll see if I'm with you. I understand your doubts.
But if the better
but you said they'll regret it. They upgraded.
They will.
And they got rid of somebody that wasn't going to play at all.
They upgraded.
Simmons wasn't playing for them.
On the court.
And won't shoot.
They upgraded in theory.
In theory.
There you go. Ain't gonna win your game.
There you go.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.